Early in the morning the man stopped the maid who was delivering breakfast. He hurriedly pulled off her stockings and used sweet words to claim her for himself. But the very next day, he confessed his love to a woman from a well-matched family. He quickly forgot about the maid at home. He started coming home later and later, sometimes not returning at all. The man who once whispered sweet nothings every day was gone. Only his growing coldness remained. Later he would still occasionally enter the maid's room, but it happened less and less, until one day, he stopped coming altogether. The boy in the house noticed the maid's growing loneliness, and in that moment she clung to him, as if holding on to the last thread of hope. Wanting answers, the maid secretly followed the address from one of the man's letters, and saw the other woman from afar. Her graceful elegance made the maid feel regret. She knew she could never compare in status or beauty. Not long after, the man told her directly that he was getting married. To avoid complicating his future, he promised to keep his word to an old friend. He would arrange for her and the boy to live elsewhere, and cover all expenses. The maid softly thanked him, suppressing her pain as she packed her things, and moved into the home he had prepared. Soon after, the man held a grand wedding with the other woman. They pledged eternal loyalty in their vows. Watching their love, the maid felt as though her heart had been pierced. The pouring rain soaked her to the bone, and eventually, she collapsed in despair. She thought her life had reached its end. Just before dawn, a stranger found her unconscious and saved her life. When the maid woke up, she was still running a fever, but the man had arranged for a new maid to care for her. Realizing her condition was worsening, she feared she wouldn't make it much longer, so she wrote to the man asking for help. To her surprise, the woman showed up at her door. The moment she stepped in, she accused the maid, asking if the boy in the courtyard was the man's child. The maid held back her coughs and explained the boy wasn't the man's, and not hers either. He had been entrusted to her by the man's best friend before he died, but the woman didn't believe her. Just then, the maid was hit by another violent cough. She begged through tears, pleading with the woman to take the boy in, as fresh blood soaked her handkerchief. At that moment, a man who claimed to be a doctor arrived. After examining her condition, he immediately decided to take her away for treatment. Under his careful care, the maid finally pulled through. As soon as she regained consciousness, she asked about the boy. The doctor handed her a letter, saying it was written by the boy himself. She finally breathed a sigh of relief, grateful to be alive. Then she asked the doctor why he had saved her. He paused for a moment, and revealed a shocking secret.